Warning, the reviewer featured in this RAR may have already died of a heart attack between the time it was being recorded and the time you actually watched it. We wish to express our most heartfelt condolences in the likely event that this actually happened. Also, Asa is fat, but that doesn't invalidate his observations about fat people. Asa recommends that to remain healthy, you must never emulate the eating habits of today's subject. Today's RAR is brought to you by our Lord and Savior, the amazing JKTIM. Hello, dear viewers! Today we're kicking off the new season of RAR in a big way, and I do mean big. Some of you may have already heard of today's subject. He's a reviewer. On YouTube, he's huge, both literally and figuratively, and he's eaten many a meat mountain. Of course, I speak today of none other than Joey Hernandez, otherwise known as Joeysworldtour. Food reviews. Food reviews. Oh yes, this guy reviews food. Now, he's not the first person on YouTube to have ever thought, gee, you know what I should do? Eat on camera. Yeah, that's what YouTube needs. Another fat guy eating truckloads of fast food. Before him, there was the food reviewer, Dame Drops, and a plethora of would-be no-name fat guys banking on the fact that the only thing they enjoy in life is adding more pounds to their already heart-explodingly large frames. So what makes this guy any different? Well, a normal reviewer, and I'm using the word normal generously here, let's refer to normal as a guy who doesn't need to play up what he's doing and manages to actually give you an honest review for a change. But yeah, a normal reviewer would simply eat, tell you what they thought of what they ate, praise or denounce the product, and give it a rating along with any other critiques that may come to mind. Not Joey, though. Here's how he introduces every review. And I mean every mind-numbing, disgusting, eyeball-raping video he ever puts out. Ever want to hear the dulcet tones of a cat trying to lick catnip off an electric chainsaw? The soothing sound of a helicopter crashing onto a bee farm? Behold!
Hey everyone, it's Joe for Joey's Super Cool Food Reviews! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! No, I'm not on crack! Woo 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 woo! Woo 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 woo!
And you know what's sad? He stole that oh-so-original intro of his from South Park.
I'm back!
It wasn't funny then. It's not funny now, Joey. It's simply obnoxious. Oh, but we're just uncovering the tip of the iceberg of obnoxiousness that is Joey's World Tour. I ain't even started. Now, Joey reviews fast food items almost exclusively, and after watching around 20 of his videos or so, I've concluded that this man has never found an item he absolutely didn't like. I've yet to see him give a genuinely bad rating to anything. I mean, this man will eat a fucking Froot Loops sprinkled milkshake.
Here we go, everyone. This is the Froot Loops milkshake teaming up with Big Daddy Food Review.
And tell you that it's not only really good and then pretty good.
And that's really good. So yeah, this is pretty good.
But that it's an 8 out of 10.
On a scale 1 to 10, everyone, this is an 8. An 8 for Burger King's Froot Loopies.
Joey, baby, it's literally just soft serve with Froot Loop bits in it, or in your own words.
Basically, it's cereal. I'm slurping milky, shaky cereal.
Yet the only critiques you have for it is that it's not colorful enough.
And I wish it was more colorful, you know. I don't know if it's because of the thickness of the milkshake. I would have loved to see more vibrant colors, you know, to really show off the Froot Loops.
And that it doesn't have enough Froot Loops in it.
I wish it would have, what would make this better? I wish it would have more Froot Loops in it. I wish it had more Froot Loops in this. I think they had more Froot Loops in here, and tons of more Froot Loops. I think that's the only thing I was missing, more Froot Loops.
Which both are invalidated because earlier in his video he states,
so you can see the Froot Loops on top. Looks pretty colorful.
And
like, wow, this thing's loaded with Froot Loops.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You say it's already jam-packed full of Froot Loops, but you wish it had more Froot Loops? How many more Froot Loops do you need? Let me guess. Enough Froot Loop? Now I'm going to show you how to make Joey Hernandez's favorite Froot Loop shake the way he wants it, not the way he got it, alright? So what you're going to need is a whole thing of vanilla ice cream. Preferably, the more vanilla ice cream you get, the better. Just as much as you can get. And a whole box of Froot Loops. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now we have to open the Froot Loops box like only Joey Hernandez knows how. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what this needs? More Froot Loops! Yeah! Wait, garnish with Froot Loops. Alrighty, buckaroos, we're gonna eat this the only way I know how as a Joey Hernandez clone. Here it comes! Oh yeah! Get the 10 out of 10! This is Marty Rodriguez, and I rate this shower that I gotta take after drinking that milkshake a 10 out of 10! Now anyone with taste buds will realize this is not only a boring combination, but also ghetto trash as hell. Classy as a 50-cent a night hooker. Only the morbidly obese need apply here. His tastes are those of a man who doesn't discern what goes flying into his mouth. To him, if it's greasy, sugary, or salty enough, it's an automatic 10. There's nothing to it!
Jersey Mike's Philly cheesesteak with... This is a 10, everyone, a 10! Meal kit delivery service named Burger Box. On a scale of 1 to 10, everyone, this is like a 10 plus. Woo, 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 woo. Carl's Jr.'s new baby back burgers. Baby back ribs. This is a 10. Woo, 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 woo. Kansas City barbecue pulled pork sandwich. That's right. Woo, 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 woo. Made just for you. A 10. Woo, 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 woo. Twinkies on a stick or on a cone. This deserves a 10. That's right, a 10. Woo, 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 woo. Today I'm doing Ben & Jerry's half-baked. Their #1 seller. Let me think here. A 10! It's a 10! Graters. Handcrafted French pot ice cream. That's right. Cookie dough chocolate chip. Is this the best ice cream I've ever had? It is! It is the best ice cream I've ever had. It's a 10. Woo, 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 woo. Check this out. This is a 10!
But if he's not feeling terribly energetic, he'll give almost the exact same taste sensations a 9.5 instead.
Today I'm doing red, white, and blue Twinkies, everyone. Woo, 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 woo. This is like a 9.5, everyone. A 9.5 for red, white, and blue Twinkies. Woo, 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 woo.
And get ready, because this will absolutely floor you, but Joey is a catering chef. And as you can see, he's worked in several different restaurants. So how can someone with the palate of a starving hobo possibly get into that line of work? I mean, take the Meat Mountain, for instance. It's the most disgusting thing ever committed to sandwich history. It's literally every type of meat that Arby's has to offer between two buns. which cannot possibly cook at the same temperature or rate as every other type of meat that they have. So what you end up with are pieces of meat all with varying degrees of coldness and different degrees of doneness, with, I might add, no vegetables to speak of to complement the flavor in any way, therefore resulting in an ungodly, dry, and salty, meaty mess that people only eat for novelty purposes. Oh, but what does this discerning reviewer with the magic palate rate this lazy mess of an idea?
So good. On a scale of 1 to 10. This is a 15. This is off the hook. Go to the mountaintops and tell everyone.
A 15 out of 10. The greatest sandwich on the planet to this guy is basically equivalent to dumping a bunch of shit into a pig trough and being told to dig in. Woo 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 indeed. Yeah, there isn't a single video where this guy doesn't go,
Woo 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 woo.
yeah, this little piggy went
Woo 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 woo.
all the way home. Actually, there is one video where he did not woo for us. Sadly, it's the only video I've seen where he somewhat acts like a human being. One where he gives an arbitrary score of 4 out of 10 for the Egg McMuffin.
But this one is a 4, McDonald's. You guys suck at this.
Not that people needed a rating for the Egg McMuffin. We already know it's subpar food. But anyhow, McDonald's ruined his mood when they took 15 minutes to give him an Egg McMuffin.
And I'm waiting. No. 14 minutes later, I finally get it. I go, I'm not a big complainer. I go, where's my Egg McMuffin?
And he took a good 5 minutes to complain about McDonald's service, plus a jump cut in between.
And sandwiches and this and that all day long. They don't have problems. They worked it out. And nothing against you McDonald's employees. You guys.
So it very well could have been more than 5 minutes, between setting up the camera and such. And then when he finally gets down to eating the damn thing, he complains that it's cold.
It's cold.
Well, Joey, it's not their fault the sandwich got cold. When they handed it to you, it was more than likely warm. But then you chose to screw around on camera, possibly with the AC on in your car to top things off. You took your sweet time bitching about their service, and of course it got cold, dumbass! Sadly, this is the real Joey when he drops his cartoonishly bad acting. Or is this the real Joey? Ralph Joseph Hernandez? Hang on, this guy looks very familiar. There's a theory amongst Joey's haters that Joey is actually a registered sex offender alias Ralph. This guy looks a lot like him. The weight might be a little on the light side though, only 350? Surely Joey weighs more than that. Wait, maybe he's on a quest to stuff himself with every artery clogger fast food has to offer? You know, to throw people off the scent?
Uh-oh, did you hear that? The police. She told me she was 18. She told me she was 18. I didn't do it. She told me she was 18. She lied to me. Oh, okay. Oh. Whew, that was a close one.
You're not helping your case, Joey. But no, conspiracy theorists of the internet, let's put this one to rest. Yes, they are both morbidly obese Hispanic fat men. Yes, they both live in California, but Ralph is from Yuba City and Joey is from San Jose. Also, they were both born in 1964, but Joey was born in April and Ralph was born in December. Still, very, very eerie coincidence that there are two Joseph Hernandezes born the same year, looking identical and almost weighing the same, living so close to one another they could be easily confused for one another. But no, this is Ralph, and this is Ralph. Not that you'd be able to tell the difference between a sex offender and Joey. I mean, every time you pause his videos, you get a cum face. You know, that face you expect people to make when they're having an orgasm. Here, allow me to demonstrate. And if that were all there was, it would be bad enough. but Joey enjoys his food a little too much.
Oh, man.
Almost any time he eats for a video, he makes these sickening, squealing noises comparable to a pig giving birth. To think of it, this may actually be Joey's birth video. The pleasure he derives from eating borders on grotesque.
I love orange. It's so delish. Chicken. I'm gonna dip this here. Oh boy.
And let's not lie to one another. That's the only reason this guy's got over 230,000 subs, okay? People are rather fascinated by watching a Looney Tune stuff his face with food and moaning like it's the last sex he's ever going to experience. Now take a look at this review for Grater's Ice Cream. Now, he could have tried their raspberry sorbet, by the way, Grater's, nice misspelling of the word raspberry there, which contains no fat calories, or their watermelon sorbet, which contains no fat calories, or their peach ice cream, which contains 200 calories, 80 from fat, but nope! In typical fat man fashion, and way to make us fat people look bad there, bro. Nah, he reaches for one of their fattest ice cream flavors, cookie dough chocolate chip, which just the sound of it is like the mating call for extra pounds.
And I found this at Whole Foods, if you believe that. So I was probably the only person in Whole Foods buying ice cream. Ray was buying kale and tofu and, you know, string beans.
Yeah, God forbid you eat healthy for a change. I love that indignant look on his face. Pfft, healthy? Well, I never.
330 calories.
I like how he reads the 330 calories on the box, as if to imply that the whole pint there is only 330 calories, when it's actually supposed to be 4 servings. What you have in your hand there are 1,320 total calories, Joey, but if you saw that number printed on the darn box, what am I saying? You'd eat it anyway! And yeah, dishonesty is something of an issue with this guy. I mean, here he is claiming...
And so I'm really excited to try Burger Box. Just for transparency, this is not a sponsored video, but they sent me a box, and I want to thank Burger Box for doing that.
This is not a sponsored video? Oh, is that why Burger Box gave you your own Joey's World discount code on their site? That's not cross-promotional? They just sent you a free box, no strings attached, out of the goodness of their hearts? Hell, they knew exactly where a famous YouTubing fat man that happens to review food lives, and knew where to send the box. You didn't furnish any of that info? That was completely 100% unsolicited? They aren't hoping your 238K audience will see your video and use your exclusive promo code, Joey? You're not fooling anyone. Don't insult your audience's intelligence. Come to think of it, I can't imagine anyone intelligent watches your stuff unironically. Yeah, possibly the most annoying thing this guy does is how he butchers other languages in a vain attempt to sound cultured or sophisticated.
Your grandma, your grandpa, your abuelita, your abuelota, everything in between. We have ways to make you talk. And you got a little chocolate here and your sukar cone.
When in reality, he's an unrefined, unintelligent oaf.
If you're having a party, throw these together with some hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres, you moron! Ugh! So yeah, if you want to watch a morbidly obese man slowly eat himself to death, here you have a channel that will entertain you for days. But if you want consistent, honest food reviews, you're certainly not going to get them with Joey. He could eat the same shit at 2 different restaurants and give it 2 different scores because they didn't lick his backside enough times. And what's the point of his reviews anyhow? You already know that fat and salty and sugary more often than not equals tasty. And he rates most fast food highly anyhow. Want to know if a joint is worth eating at? Well, Yelp.com at least gives you a consensus of several people's opinions. So as a mechanism for determining quality, at least it yields more consistent results. But in reality, the only infallible way of knowing if you're ever gonna like something is if you try it for yourself. Till next time, dear viewer.